So I puzzle a lot, from preparing for a competition to keeping my hands busy while watching TV. I puzzle in a lot of different situations, and I recently got my first puzzle table, and I thought it might be useful to do a video to compare and contrast the different options that I have. The table that I got is from All4Jig, and they have a lot of different puzzle options available. So it could be confusing to figure out which is best if you're a puzzler trying to buy your first board, or if you're a non-puzzler trying to get a gift for a loved one. So thank you to All4Jig for sponsoring this video. They've given me some discount codes that I'll put down in the description that you can use if you choose to buy any of these puzzle boards. So let's get to it. So these three products are all pretty different. This is the puzzle table, this is the plastic spinning board, and this is the 2-in-1 board. So one thing they all have in common is a plastic cover. It is the same size as the board. It prevents dust from getting in your puzzle or pieces getting knocked off. And also, if you have cats, it'll protect the puzzle from when the cats decide to walk on your puzzle. The other thing that they all have in common is drawers. The puzzle table and 2-in-1 boards both have 4 drawers. They slide out, and I can use them as a sorting tray or place to store pieces out of the way while I'm working on the rest of the puzzle. The plastic spinning board has 6 drawers, 2 on each short side and 1 on each long side. The drawers of the plastic board also lock in place, which makes them not slide out when you try and store the boards vertically. These 2 boards have the Lazy Susans attached to the bottom, so you can just store them vertically behind a piece of furniture. I like to store mine behind the shelf. When I got this board, the only assembly that was needed was to attach the spinner using a screwdriver that they provide. This one had no assembly needed because the spinner is already attached to a stand that opens up so they can use the board tilting. There's also a carrying handle at the top of this. Both the 2-in-1 and the puzzle table tilt. This one only has 1 angle of tilt. This one has 3 different angles. They both have a slightly textured surface so that the pieces won't fall down as you're puzzling. This one has a fabric surface, and this one's a felt surface. The plastic board is perfectly smooth, which I like when I'm doing speed puzzling sometimes. The good thing about a tilting board is that sometimes hunching over a board can give you neck and back pain, so the tilt helps alleviate that. If you're working on a large puzzle though, having a spinning board makes it very easy to reach pieces on the other side because I have short arms, so that's often a problem for me. I sometimes have to stand up, and if I'm working with someone else, it's nice to be able to spin the board around and everybody can access any of the pieces at any time. I do like the ability to move this anywhere and puzzle even if there's no table. Both these boards, I'm usually limited to using them on my dining table. But it's easy to take them off when you want to use the table and eat. This one, however, you can't collapse it and it does take up more room. So the 2-in-1 board comes fully assembled. I didn't have to do anything once I took it out of the package. The plastic spinning board, I needed to attach the Lazy Susan with a provided screwdriver, and that took me like 2 minutes. The puzzle table took me about 20 minutes to assemble alone, and they do provide all the tools you need in the package, so that's nice. Here's a quick montage of me putting it together, so you can see it wasn't all that difficult. Here's a comparison chart showing the different features of each board. Maybe seeing it this way might help you decide which board might be best for you. If you found this helpful, please remember to like and subscribe, and until next time, happy puzzling!